Anyway, 2.5 months later, in August of 1990, the Disney Sing-Along Songs line released Disneyland Fun, the first Disney Sing-Along Songs video to consist mostly of original footage, and not just musical numbers from movies framed with redubbed Professor Owl, Jiminy Cricket, or Ludwig von Drake footage. This one features surprisingly few Disneyland songs, mostly other songs that can be framed around Disneyland attractions and experiences, but one of the handful of Disneyland songs it features is Grim Grinning Ghosts. And even though this scene potentially only takes place in a little girl's imagination, I have to include it because this was my only exposure to the mansion when I was a spineless little coward boy.
Boy, this place is creepy.
Yeah.
I wonder what weird things happen here at night.
Yeah, I was too scared to ride the ride as a kid, and then I didn't really end up going to Disneyland Park during my teenage years, so my first ride on the mansion wasn't until my 22nd birthday. As a kid, all I knew of the mansion was this, and even this was almost too scary for me. If you asked me what the Haunted Mansion was, I'd say it's the place where all the villains congregate and have a spooky party. The scary Snow White trees are dancing until the scary Snow White witch reveals herself with a cartoon sound effect, all while Thurl sings a way slowed down version of Grim Grinning Ghosts.
The haunts materialize and begin to vocalize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Again, as a kid, this was the version I knew. When I finally rode the ride, I was shocked at how up-tempo the real version of the song is. The witch does this weird tiptoe and head turn between the columns, disappearing behind the columns, followed by the wolf, Captain Hook, and the witch again, and this was real unsettling as a child, but I think having Captain Hook there was reassuring because at least he was a villain I knew, right? And I knew how silly and non-threatening he really was. So that might have helped me not to be too scared, knowing that there was someone here I could handle. And then someone I could really handle was Donald in a sheet as a ghost. Okay, Donald's just being silly. Yeah, he's in a terrifying place, but Donald's a good guy. This is gonna be okay. Although, come to think of it, I was just assuming that it is Donald. The video doesn't offer any proof that it is Donald specifically. It could be any duck. Maybe it's Magica Dispel, and I should have been scared. Well, I was about to get scared again anyway, because now it's time for actual footage of the ride interior, and I had no idea what I was looking at here as a kid who had never ridden this thing. But hey, this is the only appearance we get of any Haunted Mansion characters in the Haunted Mansion portion of this Disneyland video. But we're about to get a character who shares a voice with the mansion character, Maleficent. Shiny, wet Maleficent with a prosthetic Jay Leno chin.
Creepy creeps with eerie eyes start to shriek and harmonize. Grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
That boo is objectively very silly, and yet it scared the crap out of me as a child. I don't know if that says more about the video or more about me as a child, but it definitely says a lot about something. And then all the villains dance together. They're just having a good time. It may not be mansion characters, but it is true to the mansion spirit of scary people just having fun. Then everyone stops dancing, the villains disappear, the trees stop moving, and the girl stops dissociating.
Danielle. Hey, Danielle. Let's go.
As a child, this segment scared the crap out of me and also intrigued me, just like the mansion is supposed to. So even though it doesn't feature that much in the way of mansion characters or iconography, just the exterior and a little bit of B-roll, for little child me, it was the perfect tonal adaptation of the Haunted Mansion, and it set me up to love it when I finally rode the ride as a recent college grad. Side note, there was also a Disneyland Paris sing-along video in 1993 that used many of the same songs from Disneyland Fun, and it also has a Grim Grinning Ghost sequence, but since that's based on Phantom Manor, which is a distinct story from the Haunted Mansion, I'm not covering it here.
So hurry back, we would like your company.